Hello, Seiiti Arata. Maybe you really want to achieve a goal. You may spend several hours dreaming about how good it would be to reach a particular goal, and it is with you that I want to have this conversation. Just stop dreaming. Stop just wanting things. What you want does not matter. What will bring results in your life is something else. What matters is what you do. If you have already set goals and failed to reach these goals, there is a small change you can make that will greatly increase your chances of meeting your goals. And this change is exchanging want for doing. It is exchanging what is not within your reach for what you can really control. A subtle change, but one that can have major impacts on your life. Wishing and willing is a very abstract level, and it is out of reach. Most people, when they are setting a goal, almost always limit themselves to thinking at the abstract level of wanting. For example, I want to lose 10 kilos in 2 months. I want to get a new job in 90 days. The problem is that this will not only depend on you. You can even exchange the verb want for the verb I will. I will lose weight. I will get a new job. However, there is no clarity about what exactly needs to be done. No matter how hard you try, nothing guarantees that your body will actually burn those 10 kilos in 2 months. No matter how many resumes you distribute, it might be that no new company is hiring people. Wanting tends to fail because it is too abstract that it's not under our control. Even if you did your best, this result may not come, and this can generate a lot of frustration. Therefore, a smart attitude is to replace want with doing. To do is to focus on what you can control. First, you will use the motivational power of wanting to define what you will implement, what you will accomplish. That is the doing. When you're focused on doing, you are not only thinking on the ultimate goal to be achieved, you are above all else focused on the specific actions that you have to execute. For example, instead of just wanting to lose 10 kilos in 2 months, you will do a lot of activities. You go to a trusted dietitian. You will stop buying foods that are fattening. You will modify your meals. Following this eating plan is within your grasp. Basically, it depends only on you. If you eat what is planned, you have met the goal of the day. This does not guarantee that you actually will burn 10 kilos in 2 months. This can happen, but it will also depend on a number of other factors that are not within your control, because obesity is multifactorial. It depends on many factors. The same goes for other goals. You cannot guarantee that you actually get a new job, but you can set the goal of contacting one new company every day. Wanting is part of the outcome goal. The outcome goal is conceptual. It helps to clarify the vision. But for this vision to become reality, it's not necessary to implement a series of procedures, what we call process goals. That is the doing that you need. Process goals need to be objective. The idea that outcome goals must meet all 5 SMART criteria is well known. They need to be specific and measurable and achievable and relevant and time-bound. These criteria are successful simply because they just work. And just as they work for the outcome goals, so they will work for the process goals. You can't just set a goal for something generic like, oh, I will eat well, I'll study every day, I'll send a lot of resumes. Even process goals need more detail. What foods are you gonna eat? How much are you going to eat? What is the amount per day, per meal, per week? Is this achievable? Is it relevant? You can do this for almost any purpose. You can define that you will study a certain subject during 4 hours a day when you come back from work to prepare for that exam. You can define that you will personally call a company in your industry each business day, offering to send your resume, asking for an interview. The more specific you are to your process goals, the greater your chances of success. A classic example of outcome goals that often have very low achievement rate is New Year's resolutions. The feeling of renewal that comes with the arrival of a new year always brings excitement for us to be setting bold goals, but these goals almost always fall on things that are not under our control. We say we're going to lose weight, that we're going to change jobs, find love, or anything else that doesn't really just depend on our efforts. And you can do it different this time. And for that, I would like to invite you to view a special Better New Year class by visiting arata.se/Better New Year.